My guests at this time were recently engaged inside of an atomic revolutionary wrestling ring, and they're going to be appearing at AWR's 4-year anniversary show next month. It is Michael Deimos. I got it right? We practiced off the air, and Teal Piper. Michael, Teal, thank you very much for taking the time to chat today.
Hi, how are you?
Great. Well, I mean, congratulations to you two. You've got all the good news here. Let's start at the beginning. Like, how did you guys meet? What brought you two together?
Goodness.
Well, we're probably the only one of the few people that got together because of quarantine, kind of.
Yeah.
We met at LA Fan Fest back in March of 2020. And I was actually about to get my knee rebuilt, and he had just gone through a major neck surgery. So, we started chatting about wrestling and stuff like that. And then next thing we know, the plague hits and we start hanging out every day because we kind of quarantined together.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's what led to that.
Wow. Well, that's pretty quick, Damo. Michael, why? That's only like what, 8 months, 9 months? That's pretty quick there to pop the question, buddy.
When you know, you know. Yeah.
I guess so. And what about you, man? I mean, obviously, Teal comes with some legacy to her, a certain pedigree. You feel the pressure there, kind of joining the Piper clan?
Do I feel the pressure? I think the pressure is on her. I just get to be a witness to it.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it's a lot there, man. And so for you guys getting together here, has it been? I mean, obviously, you say with the quarantine and stuff, we've gone through pandemic. Has it been better for you two being in a pro wrestling relationship? I know a lot of people sometimes there's like highs and lows when you get together inside the business.
I think entertainment in general is a tricky business to be in as a couple, but as far as pro wrestling goes, there's been so many lows with the industry because of everything going on this year.
Yeah.
So I feel like we're at the hardest time right now, and that'll only get easier. But it's nice. It's nice to have someone you care about in the business that you get to work with and train with. And I think a lot of couples, no matter what their job is, like sometimes wish that they could work with their spouse and have that experience through life with them. So I think it's exciting.
Well, and you guys, like you said, Teal, you guys have been recovering from injury. You got together here, and you've been quarantining together. Is there something you guys have been doing to pass time? Like, what is the thing? What is your go-to here as you're all trapped inside together?
I mean, a lot of brainstorming and a lot of studying, like a lot of match studying, training, and just trying to improve what we're doing together and get more in sync.
Yeah, developing House of Heathens, which are my first actual tag team match will be on February 19th with ARW.
Cool.
So, it's been a long time in the making, House of Heathens, ever since we got together and decided it was something we wanted to do. So we're, it's exciting. We're finally getting to my first match with that.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And yeah, Michael, tell me a little bit more about the brainstorming. Like, what are you guys planning right now outside the House of Heathens? What else do you have on the docket?
We walk through things we want to do entrance wise and move sets wise, how to complement each other's styles. Kind of helping her develop a style. Me revamping mine. I mean, it's just trying to figure out a way to most look like in sync, and on the same page.
Yeah, for sure. And it's not become like, I guess back in the day, I mean, you knew Randy Savage and like Miss Elizabeth, but like the couples moving together was never like a huge thing. Now I look at like Killer Cross and Scarlett, or Mike Bennett and Maria Kanellis. So, I mean, the plan for you two then would to try to create the act or further the act together. Is that what I'm
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh man, that's got to be fun for you guys. So Michael, back to this. So like, like you say, when how did the engagement come together? What goes into doing a pro wrestling engagement inside of a ring?
What goes into it? A lot of planning and trying to keep people's mouths shut.
Okay.
I reached out to the promoter probably about, I'd say, 3 weeks to a month before the actual show, and kind of threw the idea at him that I wanted to do it at his promotion because they treated us the best.
Oh, cool.
I mean, obviously, when you have a relationship in sports entertainment industry, there's going to be the people who support you and the people who don't.
Right.
And the people that support us are the ones that get all our love and appreciation. So we wanted to have it be on one of the places that supported us the most.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so when did you guys start then with ARW?
I'd say October, because we did October.
Okay, cool. And so tell me, they're the ones that set this up where we're building the fourth. What should fans know about ARW, by the way. I don't give you a platform here to talk about them as a company, why you enjoy working with them, and why fans should check it out here.
Well, you know, from a professional standpoint, you know, it's refreshing to work with promoters that act like promoters, you know, and do their job well.
Sure.
And he does a very good job at running a good ship. He books really good talent, so you get to work with people that you feel safe with, and grow as a talent in the ring. You know, so I feel like it's a very well-oiled machine, especially for Florida independents, because it's kind of hard to find well-oiled machines down here.
Yeah. Florida's like Florida is the epicenter. There is no wrestling really. I mean, there's some stuff I guess a little bit up on the East Coast, but Florida's really it for the moment when it comes to the pro wrestling scene. I guess Florida joins a little bit.
Yeah, but it's you know, there's a big difference between professional ran promotions and not. And you find a lot of the backyard style down here.
Yeah.
So it kind of dilutes, you know, the crowd for us, as opposed to, you know, having professionally ran shows with professionals on them. So it's a very big mix down here.
Yeah. How stressful has that been for you guys, kind of picking and choosing, you know, who to work with and keep your careers really just afloat during this very weird time in pro wrestling?
You know, it has been weird. I mean, on the one blessing to the whole year is that both of us had to rehab our injuries. So like, as far as a national shutdown goes, the timing wasn't terrible for us.
Okay.
Obviously it's terrible for the industry and every industry as a whole.
Yeah.
But, you know, coming to Florida and everything, it's nice because there's more places that you can train here. There's more going on here. So we felt it was a good place to start vamping back up into House of Heathens. And hopefully now that there's a vaccine out, you know, the rest of America will be able to open up again now that it's 2021.
Tell me about, you brought up House of Heathens a couple times here. For those that don't know what this is, talk to me a little bit about what is House of Heathens and what are you trying to do with this here?
Well, it's our wrestling stable. You know, we're doing tag team, and we I don't know back when we picked this name out, but we decided we knew real quick we were interested in doing a tag team style together, and I thought that was something that'd be really fun, and to get to be in the ring with him, especially now that we're engaged and everything. You know, it's like a whole nother level of excitement for me. But you know, House of Heathens is really about bringing back some of that old style of wrestling and more of that attitude era.
For sure. And so it's you two, and is there more to this group? Is there anybody else you want to bring up or no?
Right now it's just us, but our doors are open.
Okay, gotcha. Wonderful. So with you guys tagging here, I'm assuming you're tagging here at the upcoming 4th anniversary show. Are we not going to get the big Randy Savage, Miss Elizabeth in ring wedding ceremony between
maybe a couple shows down the line. Yeah.
Okay.
We like to enjoy the honeymoon phase.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I don't know. I just put it
We're not ruling that out as an option though.
So you guys are doing the tag here, starting the stable, but you guys have been infamously spotted right now recently in ring training. I know we were scheduling this thing around your guys' training schedule. World Wrestling Academy. So is this your school? Working with this school? What is the relationship here with this academy?
Oh no, we just popped in there, you know, just because we wanted a place to train around in, and I knew a couple of people that trained there. But I mean, we train all over. Okay. You know, at different facilities, not one just in particular. You know, we've gone up to 2.0 in Orlando. We've done that one. We do another one in Largo. Like, we just go wherever and just work out with whoever, you know, just to kind of help drop some knowledge and get better as well.
Yeah, I've had the blessing of him and, you know, the talent he can bring in as well, of, you know, just knowing people. So I've been able to work with a lot of exciting people one-on-one in the ring. So we've been doing a lot of training privately like that.
Awesome. And like, yeah, I mean, I'll call the elephant out in the room here. Yeah, you guys were spotted in the ring with Ronda Rousey. It was like the
Hi Rhonda, if you're watching.
I mean,
like planned with him about this engagement, by the way. They were like, because I had no clue that it was coming, like completely had no idea. And they were picking out rings and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
What? Does Ronda Rousey know a lot about engagement rings? Was she helpful, Michael?
You know what she told me when I sent her the picture and I was like, we got engaged. She goes, girl, make sure you turn that ring around if you're going to punch somebody.
So yeah, I mean, I'm guessing this came together because like her relationship with your family and everything, right? Like you guys still
Well,
stick
yeah, that's
together?
obviously, how I came in contact with her. I was out in LA, with him. She had moved out to LA, and we started just talking. I was after my knee was recovering. She had gone through many ACL knee surgeries, so she, was discussing working on other things during my healing process. And I was like, we were just wanting all to get in the ring, get some dust off of us, and train. So we found like the one ring in LA that we could find, and it's just about you got to keep at it. So
Yeah, and so like I mean, I'll ask you what every other person who saw that article asked me when they saw it is like, what's she training for? I mean, do you think she's gonna?
I can't speak on Ronda's behalf. You'd have to ask her, but she's always been an athlete, so athletes like to train no matter what. So even if she has something major or just, wants to keep in shape, who knows? But that's a question for her.
Yeah, no, I know it is, but like I thought I'd ask you anyway.
I know you did. Very sneaky.
What about Travis? What about her husband? Does he get in the ring and roll around with you guys? Is he interested in the
He
wrestling stuff?
rolls around with me, he's
Yeah.
not a big guy like me, so it's fun to play with him in the ring.
Really?
Had a lot of good times training and hanging out.
We do a lot of practice matches where it's like me and her versus Ronda and her husband, so it's fun.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, because I mean, I look at like what Pat McAfee and these other like freak athletes, the way they just kind of jump in the ring. It's fun to watch. I'll put it
He's
that way.
definitely a natural. I'll give him that.
Okay, cool. Well, something I wanted to ask you about here, Teal. I did this series of interviews recently called Documenting Chyna, and it happened to be this thread about Chyna, like her family and the people around her, and like I didn't know that your family had like a connection with Chyna. Is that true? Does that resonate with you?
Yeah. We've obviously known her for a while. My dad and her we're very close. He reached out to her a lot, and especially in later years. When my dad passed, we had this funeral out in Oregon in the middle of nowhere. So like you really had to want to get there,
Yeah.
And she was one of the people that made sure she showed up and was just super supportive and always very loving with me and my siblings and my mother. So she was just one of the most kind-hearted people I think I've ever met, just very open-hearted. And although I didn't get a huge chance to meet her or know her because I really met her later in her life, but my take of her was just that she was a beautiful soul.
Yeah. Do you have any memories or anything you want to share about her? I mean, I've heard a lot of Chyna stories recently, and everybody kind of seems to say similar things to you, that she was just a very soft and gentle person to be around,
Yeah, I personally have only met her a few times. But the biggest story I have about her really is, when I talked to her at my father's funeral, I think she gave me the biggest, longest hug of my entire life. Like she just wouldn't let go, and she just wanted to feel supported and loved, and just was sharing all of these like sweet, deep thoughts about my dad. And at the time that meant a lot to me because I just could really tell how much she cared, and I felt very supported by her.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I don't know. I just thought that was really unique. I had never really thought of like the Pipers and Chyna, That's really cool. Just a cool connection I wanted to ask you about.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, she's missed.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so like forward thinking here, guys. Like you're getting it together, you're working on tags, like 2021. Like the hope is that things get back to going here. Like, where do you see yourselves? What do you see yourselves doing? What would you like to do, I guess, here in 2021?
I mean, our goal is to tackle the industry as a team together, and pursue this dream and passion we have together to do what we're trying to do.
Yeah, I'm working every day to hone my wrestling skills and just become the best talent that I'm capable of being. And I'm very supported, and it's fun because we get to, like I said, do everything together. We train together, we gym together. So it's we're looking to do more of that and just get out there, do some indies, and wrestle.
Maybe
we just
more.
want to wrestle.
Do what?
I was like, maybe more, right? Like I heard he's like, yeah.
Of course.
It's like Teal. I mean, we've seen you in AEW, right? You did the Casino Battle Royal,
Yeah.
like Women of Wrestling and things like that. So I mean, it's not like you're. I mean, fans ask about you, like what you're doing, and kind of what's the future for you look like, and everything like that. I don't know if you stay in touch with AEW or if there's gonna be a return of WOW. I don't really know what's going on with that.
Well, I don't know, what goes on with WOW with COVID and everything, but I'm sure that they're just on hiatus like most programs are, and that they will return when the time's right. They're taking COVID very seriously, and are taking every precaution possible to keep the girls there healthy. So I'm sure they will come back probably later in 2021, if I had to guess, when LA opens back up.
Okay.
But as far as everything else goes, of course I'm keeping the door open. We both are. I think our main thing is right now I'm developing my techniques better, and we just are enjoying doing House of Heathens as a tag team and getting out there doing that. So that's kind of where our focus is, and whatever opportunity happens. But we know what our goals are.
That's awesome. Yeah, and so let's bring it back here to ARW 4th anniversary show going on here just next month. Tag action. What are you guys doing here at the show? What do you want to get people on the hook to come out and see here at this 4th anniversary show?
Well, it's both of our first match together and back from injury, so that's awesome. I haven't been in the ring in a year and a half, and her as well. So it's going to be an awesome opportunity for us to see what we can do. We're obviously going for the first ever intergender tag team titles.
Yeah, so that's exciting. No pressure at all. It's one of my first matches, so.
Yeah, well, Andy Kaufman would be proud, right? Oh, he's out of frame here, but I do have an Andy Kaufman photo that's a painting on my wall right there.
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
He's sending you guys the good intergender vibes. So anyway, where do you guys want to send? We'll start with you, Michael. Where do you want to send people to find you, follow you, support you, all those great things?
I'm easy to find on Instagram, official_Deimos, and on Twitter at Real Deimos.
I'm on Twitter at RAL Teal. I'm on Instagram, Teal Piper, RAL Teal Tunes, whichever one's easier for you to look up. Yeah, we're always on social media, so that's definitely the best place.